And as many as would hear their words, unto them they did impart the word of God, without any respect of persons, continually. And thus did Alma and Amulet go forth, and also many more who had been chosen for the work, to preach the word throughout the land. And the establishment of the church became general throughout the land, in all the region round about, and among all the people of the Nephites. And there was no inequality among them. The Lord did pour out his Spirit on all the face of the land to prepare the minds of the children of men, or to prepare their hearts to receive the word which should be taught among them at the time of his coming, that they might not be hardened against the word, that they might not be unbelieving and go on to destruction, but that they might receive the word with joy, and as a branch be grafted into the true vine, that they might enter into the rest of the Lord their God. Now those priests who did go forth among the people did preach against all lyings and deceivings and envyings and strifes and malice and revilings and stealing, robbing, plundering, murdering, committing adultery, and all manner of lasciviousness, crying that these things ought not so to be, holding forth things which must shortly come, yea, holding forth the coming of the Son of God, his suffering and death, and also the resurrection of the dead. And many of the people did inquire concerning the place where the Son of God should come. And they were taught that he would appear unto them after his resurrection. And this the people did hear with great joy and gladness. And now, after the church had been established throughout all the land, having got the victory over the devil, and the word of God being preached in its purity in all the land, and the Lord pouring out his blessing upon the people, thus ended the 14th year of the reign of the judges over the people of Nephi. Ah, Alma 17. An account of the sons of Mosiah who rejected their rights to the kingdom for the word of God, and went up to the land of Nephi to preach to the Lamanites their sufferings and deliverance according to the record of Alma, comprising chapters 17 through 27. Chapter 17. The sons of Mosiah have the spirit of prophecy and of revelation. They go their several ways to declare the word to the Lamanites. Ammon goes to the land of Ishmael and becomes the servant of King Lamoni. Ammon saves the king's flocks and slays his enemies at the waters of Sebus. Verses 1 through 3, about 77 BC. Verse 4, about 91 through 77 BC. And verses 5 through 39, about 91 BC. Wow. And now it came to pass that as Alma was journeying from the land of Gideon southward, away to the land of Manti, behold, to his astonishment, he met with the sons of Mosiah, journeying toward the land of Zarahemla. Now these sons of Mosiah were with Alma at the time the angels first appeared unto him. Therefore Alma did rejoice exceedingly to see his brethren, and that and what added more to his joy, they were still his brethren in the Lord. Yea, and they had waxed strong in the knowledge of the truth. For they were men of a sound understanding, and they had searched the scriptures diligently, that they might know the word of God. But this is not all. They had given themselves to much prayer and fasting. Therefore they had the spirit of prophecy and the spirit of revelation. And when they taught with power and authority of God. And they had been teaching the word of God for the space of 14 years among the Lamanites, having had much success in bringing many of them to the knowledge of the truth. Yea, by the power of their words, many were brought before the altar of God to call on his name and confess their sins before him. Now these are the circumstances which attended them in their journeyings, for they had many afflictions. They did suffer much, both in body and in mind, such as hunger, thirst, and fatigue, and also much labor in the spirit.